Hello and welcome. Anthony Caudullo has been with Crown Group since May 2014 and has specialised in the property management sector of the property industry in Sydney for more than 17 years, spanning both residential and commercial management. Anthony's scope of experience includes managing and guiding a full property management team to provide three core principles to the Crown Group's clients: maximising clients' investments, minimising their risk and communication. Welcome to the show, Anthony. Now, your role is a bit different from the traditional property manager role. Tell me a bit about what you do at Crown Group.
Hey, Kevin. Thanks so much for having me. My role at Crown Group, it's obviously a property management role. The easiest way is really just running a property management company and a development company. So from our point of view, we're really trying to create a one-stop shop. So over working with our settlement team, working with our development construction team, but obviously working with our property management team to grow our business that way.
Yeah, you must get a great feel for the properties that you're going to be managing because you take it all the way through from construction stage. So you're involved at that level. It must give you a wonderful understanding about the properties you're going to be managing and how to service them.
It's different. It's a different side of real estate, and that's probably the most exciting part of it. It's amazing when you start to see pieces of paper where you've got architectural drawings and seeing it all the way through construction to meeting the clients on the sales days to then going through that settlement process. And, I'm towards the end of that, but seeing it from start to finish is certainly exciting.
When you say you're towards the end of that, do you get involved at the stage where they're planning the development so that you can have some input as to, what are the main features that tenants look for?
The main features that tenants obviously look for, obviously brand new is obviously something that we focus our things on. We do focus at Crown Group on a lot of common facilities, the gymnasiums, the theatre rooms, the rooftop lounges, the barbecue areas. It's different, and people are always looking for some bang for their buck really. And, it's one of those things that, how do you put a price on people's convenience when you put it all in the one spot?
Yeah. Let's take a broader view now, look at the industry itself, the property management industry. What do you see as the biggest challenges ahead over the next year or maybe 18 months for the industry? What do you see?
It's really well known at the moment that we're going to be having our changes to the Residential Tenancies Act, Kevin. So, March 23 is when that's penciled in for. So I think a lot of those challenges are going to be coming to that, being able to adapt to those changes and educating owners. Owners are, what's the best way of putting it? Owners are very well, knowledgeable to their own extent, but us as the professionals now need to learn that to educate them as well. So that'll probably be one of our biggest challenges. Keeping up with technology is obviously another thing as well, Kevin.
You were acknowledged recently for your leadership ability, and no doubt you've got a number of property managers you're working with. What do you see as the traits of leading property managers? What makes the really good ones stand out, Anthony?
Common sense, really. I mean, it's one of those things that if there's an issue that's arisen from a management of a property, is how do we deal with it? So then that way they are accountable or we're accountable, or if it's educating. There are a lot of things that if we just kind of think for a solution rather than thinking, what do we do and procrastinate, it's, I'd probably say that, obviously common sense, you can't teach it really. And,
No, you can't. So it's something that you look for in the property managers you employ?
Yeah, definitely. For us, we're obviously trying, if we do employ people, our biggest thing, Kevin, is, will they fit into the team? It's all about, if we've got a happy team, we've got a happy environment, and that kind of flows through from that point of view. But look, it's obviously experience is a big thing too. From our point of view, they're working with our owners, representing our company. So, we want to be making sure that we are getting the best people for the role.
Mate, let's talk about technology for a moment. Obviously, you use Rockend, and you're happy with that product, and why wouldn't you be? But tell me about technology. How big a part does it play in your business, and where does it sit?
It's an important part. From my point of view, when Crown Group settle, we grow off our settlements. We grow rapidly. So from my point of view, having cloud-based systems that allow us to absorb the growth but not compromise the service is probably the biggest thing. Obviously you've mentioned Property Tree. We've got other systems like Flick It Over, Inspect Real Estate, REI Forms. These type of things really allow us to kind of do what we do, talk to people, but at the same time not compromise on the services and the systems that we have, so then that way we can absorb the growth. So it's a really big factor. My point of view is also big reporting. Our dashboards, where the agency sits, any benchmarking things, having that ability to honestly look at it from an iPad or an iPhone or a Surface Pro, it's an absolute godsend.
Yeah, absolutely. Mate, just to round out this chat, the piece of technology that you wouldn't be without?
Obviously your iPhone is obviously a big thing for me. I'm on my iPad at the moment, so working really well with that. But actually my Surface Pro is probably one of the big things I use a lot.
What's the difference between your Surface Pro and your iPad?
It's a good question. Look, I'm used to Apple. Having the iPhone, the iPad, it all kind of interconnects as well with the iWatch as well. But I can really run the office really well on a Surface Pro. And, particularly when I'm on site, working in a construction site, in a settlements office or one of the things where we need to, I can actually use my iPhone or iPad as a hotspot, but actually run the whole office from the Surface Pro. So it's a big factor. I get most of the guys on the Surface Pro now too, and it's lightweight, easy to manage. We're on the go all the time, so it's probably the best thing to do.
Mate, I know you're very busy. You've got a lot of projects coming up, and thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on being nominated to come onto the show as well. I mean, that's an acknowledgement from Rockend about what your contribution is. But thank you very much for your time, Anthony.
Thank you, mate. Really appreciate your time, and we look to catch up soon. Thanks, mate.